The story begins with a young girl called B. B had a beautiful, vivacious family, but her mom passed away due to a chronic illness, and her dad was in the hospital for a heart procedure. She was forced to grow up faster than most kids, closing the door on childhood wonder. Her dad could see her grief, and he kept trying to ignite her inner child, but she was quite adamant, telling her dad she was not a child anymore. With her father in the hospital, she was living a boring life with her grandmother. But one night, everything changed. She saw an unusual creature and decided to follow. That is when she met Carl, a man with the same strange ability, seeing these creatures, known as imaginary friends. She was intrigued before, but when she realized they could speak, she fainted. She woke up at Carl's place, scared and frantic, and Carl explained to him what an imaginary friend is. She went back home excited. Somehow, her sense of wonder was revived. This is a world she wanted to explore, and Carl helped her do that. They traveled to a place filled with imaginary friends, sad and alone because they had lost their children. Imaginary friends existed for kids, but when the kids grew, their imaginations dimmed, and the light of reality dawned on them. Carl and B set out on a mission to connect these ifs to new children who needed them. They did interviews to learn more about the quirks and personalities to better connect them with newer children, but the experiment was unsuccessful. No matter how hard they tried, it was never going to work because each child created their unique imaginary friend. In her struggle, she spoke to the greatest if of all, Louis. He explained to her that she needs to try another approach. Our inner child is what keeps us alive. The more in tune we are with reality, the more depressed we become. B realized, with the help of Louis, instead of finding new children, they could revive the inner children of the adults who forgot about their ifs. It was a beautiful sight to see as she helped these ifs connect with their children in the future. The most joy she got was connecting her grandmother to her if through dance and music. Somehow, as all this went on, her father was up for surgery, and she was so scared of losing him, but Carl reassured her that everything was going to be fine. She visited the hospital, and all the ifs came to support her, and she cried herself in his arms as she finally admitted her grief, begging him not to leave her because she was still a child. She was finally healed, and her dad could not be happier, but with this healing came an unexpected twist. She came out to celebrate with her imaginary friends, but they were gone. Somehow her growth erased their existence because she did not need them anymore, and this made her extremely sad. She went back to Carl to visit, but there was no one in the apartment. Somehow, her life in the past few months had been erased, and it was finally time to leave. Her father's surgery went well, and they had to move back to their home. But while they packed, she realized something unusual. She saw a painting of her family, and on the side of the painting was someone who looked very much like Carl. That is when she realized Carl was not a person as she assumed. He was her if. He went back to Carl's apartment and summoned him. He appears from the wind, as do all the ifs, making them one big happy family. Moral of the story? Oh my god, I can't be this much of a hopeless romantic.